Well, we're back with more football here in Horseheads, New York, where the game is 7-7, Rance. What an interesting turn of events.
Well, certainly Horseheads has been dominating this game, but now it is tied up. So they started out with a 10-play drive that covered 62 yards. Their score, and UE responds now with a 10-yard score of their own.
Here's the kick, and it will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Well, we'll see what magic Chalk and company can come up with here at Horseheads High School.
So Wind at his back, kicks that one in the end zone. No chance for Bosket, who was the deep man for the Raiders. And the Raiders will go back on offense. They have tried to mix it up with a little bit of throwing as well as rushing the football. That Jack Chalk has thrown 4 times now for 1 completion to Andrew Clark for a 13-yard gain. Chalk also has 21 yards on the ground. And Brian Smith, who started at wingback as Bosket has moved to the fullback position for today, has 27 yards on just 2 carries.
All right, Chalk working, facing a stiff wind, and a running play for Felinchek. Oh, that was either a face mask or horse collar, but he got hauled back, Felinchek. Let's see how they'll handle this one.
Yeah, that was the dangerous style of face mask there. So once they step off the 15, that's going to put the ball at about the 30-yard line, which should be enough for the first down.
Well, a chilly day, and we once again, as we get the face mask called, want to thank Bert Conklin, the athletic director here at Horseheads, and his staff for rolling out the royal blue carpet and making this a wonderful day for us with shelter.
Yes, it's certainly nice to be inside and out of the mist that's still in the air. Not much rain today, so they got fortunate here on Senior Day to avoid the raindrops.
Blue Raiders from their 30.
All right, well, after the penalty has been walked off, Raiders have a 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. And Chalk again working out a shotgun. Shifting from right to left would be Bosket. And Chalk's going to look up top. He's got a man open in Clark. And we almost had a pick right there. Knocking it down was Jaden Whittingham as he was covering Andrew Clark. And that ball, had it been caught, would have been right around the 45-yard line, as it is an incompleted pass. And we'll come back and set it up again, 2nd down and 10.
So Coach Hillman looking to get the quick strike score for the Raiders. And not there that time as the defense was in great position. So here they go on 2nd down.
And here we go, his right. And that is Chalk racing through a major hole. Bulldog down at the 40-yard line, and that's enough for a first down, or at least pretty close. 3rd and short.
Tackled by Abiel Morgan.
So Morgan on the stop for the Tigers. And the Raiders, well, no, they're going to wave that off and say, listen, it's a first down. We don't need a measurement.
1st and 10, Blue Raiders.
Yeah, I was wondering. The ball was right at the 40-yard line. The down markers certainly were also there, so they go with the first down, the 8th for the Raiders.
All right, so Chalk, the snap, the give to Bosket. Noah Bosket breaking 1 tackle, a 2nd tackle, stumbling forward. He got a first down, hit a 3rd time, and he's down, finally stumbling to about the 40-yard line. That is a huge first down and then some for Bosket. Will have the ball placed in at the 41-yard line.
So before the game, in your pregame interview with Coach Hillman, he talked about how much tougher Bosket is playing this year as a senior. He's certainly aggressive, willing to take hits and deliver blows as he did on that play. He worked out very hard in the offseason and worked more than anybody really on the track and in the weight room. He is in tremendous shape and looks strong here late in the season.
So Smith in the slot near side. Clark is a wide receiver. Far side, Felinchek. He's in motion. And misdirection handoff. Clay Wood. And Wood short of the 35-yard line. 36 is where they place it. And it'll bring up a 2nd down now for the Raiders. So this is very productive. And we think where we are at this point at 7-7, Had the Raiders been a little more mindful in taking care of the ball, there may not have been a score by Union Endicott, but it was a blocked field goal try, or extra point try, that was picked up by the Tigers. They returned it to their own 10 and then marched it in ensuing plays. Chalk again keeping the football. Was looking for that little short gain to maybe pick up a first down. He'll fall just a little bit short, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 3. The ball just across the 35-yard line. 34 is where they mark it.
So the Raiders trying to respond from that blocked field goal and the tremendous return by the UE Tigers. They are certainly starting to eat up the clock here in the second quarter and moving it down the field, and the chains continue to roll.
All right, windy day. Raiders are marching into that wind, traveling south to north, and here is Chalk. He's got the first down. Jack Chalk, ever mindful of his blockers out in front left side, and is able to knife through and picked up the first down, taking care of business, the ball at the 30-yard line. Well, we had a fine performance, shall we say, pregame ceremonies as they honored seniors on football and cheerleading and band members. And it was a fairly long ceremony. And now the football team itself just trying to respond and make it a very positive day. Tied at 7. Felinchek, right to left, misdirection, handoff Bosket. Bosket at the line of scrimmage, stepped ahead maybe about a yard on the right side, but then was shoved back. We'll see where the officials will mark that ball. It will be about a 1-yard gain, so let's call it 2nd and 9.
Matthew Townsend, first one.
So Horseheads able to move the ball effectively on the ground, and they have 10 first downs. First downs are often an indicator of how the game's going. The Raiders have 10. UE only has 2, but the score is tied at 7.
Our thanks going out to Simmons Rockwell for their sponsorship of high school football with us today. Chalk's going to roll to his right, unleashes a pass that is short and could have been very dangerous. You had 3 UE pass coverage men out there, and the ball underthrown, and we'll come back now and set it up again. So 3rd down, ball resting at the 28-yard line for the Horseheads Blue Raiders. 5:38 to play in the first half. This game tied at 7.
So this will be the 8th play of the drive that started at their own 20-yard line, a big 3rd down for the Raiders.
All right, so they set Clark up as a wide receiver far side. Brian Smith right side, running play for Felinchek. He's got a lead blocker trying to follow. Here's a flag.
Lost in the run by Trevor.
And really, I was watching
Steele Pierce on the stop.
Thomas Powers, supposedly his lead blocker, but let's see what the flag will tell us about that Felinchek wasn't able to take advantage of.
Well, the official just signaled a hold against Union Endicott. So I'm not sure if he pointed the wrong direction or exactly what happened. He threw the flag in the direction of Bob Patchen, who was blocking out on the edge. I'm not sure if he felt the defender held him or just pointing the wrong direction.
Well, they're still conferring out there right around the 30-yard line, the flag lying at the 29-yard line. Horseheads is moving from right to left. And now Tommy Bellino, the head coach for UE, out there on the field, and he's appealing, or actually contesting that flag, which will be moved forward in favor of Horseheads down to the 19-yard line. First down, Horseheads. Jack Chalk to his right, pumped once, a second time, man open, thrown, caught, touchdown!
Touchdown, Horseheads.
Trevor Felinchek on the receiving end of that pass, 20-yard pass play, and the Raiders regain the lead at 13-7.
Well, if we go back to the prior play, because they reset it awful quickly, and right now Coach Bellino is on the field, I mean literally in the middle of the field, talking to the official because he didn't get a chance to discuss it prior. But the only thing I can think the officials saw was Bob Patchen, who was a tight end. He thought he got held releasing from the line of scrimmage, called a defensive holding, and the Raiders are in the end zone.
Here's the kick this time by Clark. And make no doubt about it, it is good. It's through the uprights. And the Raiders will add 7 more points, and they will make it a 14-7 ball game in favor of the Horseheads Blue Raiders. With Rance Seacrest and Greg Speroni, Bob Michaels in Horseheads. And our coverage of today's game will continue right after the break.